Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
Give me Acts 4:13. Because what it is with our people, they don't know that the prophets of the Most High God come out and speak like this. You're so used to your pastor shucking and jiving and speaking in such a soft way where he don't offend you because he don't want to lose the money in his collection plate. Right. But let's see how Christ's disciples taught. Acts chapter 4 verse 13.
Bring it out.
Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John. What does it mean to be bold? It means to stand on the drug block, to stand up hard before our people and tell them that they're in the midst of sin.
Right. That's right.
Come hell or high water, that's what we're going to do. Read it again. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, meaning the perception of everybody that Peter and the other disciples were unlearned men. Why? Because they didn't go to your theology schools.
Right.
They were taught by Christ himself on the corners.
Right.
On the street corners.
That's right.
These are the highways and the hedges. But you blacks and Latinos, you swear planting a flower is going to do something for your community. You swear that this is going to change the condition of your people. It's a flower in the ghetto. Let's come together to start businesses.
Right.
So we can put the young men to work.
Right.
So they don't feel the need to go out and sell drugs.
Right. Right.
Let's put our money into education and teach them what's right from wrong.
Right. Oh.
You planting seeds as if that's going to do anything for your community. Oh, foolish black and Latino. Read it again. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled. Ignorant what? According to your certificates, but not ignorant in the law, statutes, and commandments of God.
That's right.
Come on. And they took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. Hey, give me Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 24. Because I was up here the other day when a young baby around 6 years old was shot down the street, and the car winded up right there, over there, with a little young baby shot, right? But our people don't know the root cause of why our people are in the condition that they are.
Right.
And it starts with our sins. Right. Now watch. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, verse 24.
Bring it out.
They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. So we kept lives, we no longer kept lives undefiled, or our marriages undefiled. Meaning, we looked at your life as minuscule. We looked at your life as something so easy that we can take it.
Right.
We took one another's lives and we took one another's wives. And that put us in an ill condition. That put us in the ghetto. Right. That put us in slavery. Right. That put us on auction blocks. And controlled by the so-called white man. Right. But you don't want to hear that. You want to walk in the midst of sin. You want to walk in the midst of adultery.
Right.
You're still living that curse. This curse that was placed upon us. Read it again from the top. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another. We slay one another indiscriminately. Bullets don't have no name on it.
Right.
Yet they fly and they hit targets and they take lives.
Right.
Come on. But either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. Because we're traitors when we have that gang-banging mentality. We're traitorous when we have a drug dealer's mentality.
Right.
We're traitorous when we have a hot girl summer mentality.
Right.
Because that's not going to keep the sanctity of marriage undefiled. It's going to defile the household. Then you have monstrous women giving birth to monstrous children. Oh, I'm sorry, menstruous, unclean women giving birth to monstrous children. Come on.
Read that again.
They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. Because we grieve one another with our fornication. We look at your woman, or we look at your man, depending on what gender you are, and you want that person for yourself.
Right.
And you don't realize the danger that you put all of your community in those actions. People said, one person told me, oh, what we do up here on this block don't make y'all ish, meaning poop or whatever the case may be. But when bullets fly out and it strikes our babies or somebody else's child, did it affect that baby? Did what you do on this block, did it affect that little child? When there's funeral after funeral after funeral,
Right.
does what you do affect children?
Right.
Doing drive-bys?
Right.
Give me Jeremiah 9:21. Because everything that we do is intertwined with one another. Everything that we do. Just like the parts on your car. If one part go bad, if you leave it unattended long enough, it's going to cause other parts to go bad.
That's right.
That's the black community. Come on. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 21. Hey, tune into the Bible. Turn Frankie Beverly the hell off. Tune into the Bible.
Right.
Y'all acting like y'all know the solutions to our problems. Frankie Beverly ain't it.
Right.
He's been singing that adulterous love song for the last 50 years. And what's it gotten us? What it got us? Everybody's tuned in to Frankie Beverly, but you won't hear the words of God.
Right.
I finally figured it out. You know why? Black women, it's your children that's doing all the damn gone murders.
That's right.
It's your children doing the murders. You raised murderers.
Right.
That's why you try to zone out God with Frankie Beverly.
Right.
Old adulterers, 50, 60-year-old adulterers, unmarried. Old men, old adulterers, old adulterer women.
Bring it out.
50 and 60 years old, still chasing the punani. Come on. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 21.
Bring it out.
For death is come up into our windows. Why? Why did death come up into our windows? What is it talking about? What is the Bible saying? It's speaking about the drive-bys that your sons and daughters commit.
Right.
When they spray bullets into crowds and never hit their intended target. You know what they hit? They hit some mother's child, some father's child.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with your drug dealing.
Right.
Deaths come up into the windows.
That's
Come on.
right.
And it's entered into our palaces. It entered in the bedrooms of our children when they're sleeping in bed. While you're downstairs playing Frankie Beverly and dominoes and spades. You damn devils. All you care about is some recognition by the so-called white man.
Right.
You don't want to change the condition of your people.
Right.
That's the truth of the matter.
That's right.
You had the same method for the last 20, what was the gang-banging era? 90, the same methods. Nothing's changed except a little bit of money in your bank accounts. That's it. You got to be in the face of these drug dealers. They're supposed to not like you.
Right.
They're supposed to separate you from their company.
Right.
They're not supposed to pat you on the back.
Right.
Because if we don't agree with one another, how can we operate with one another? I don't agree with drug dealing. although I'm a former drug dealer. I don't believe in gang banging, although I'm a former gang member.
Bring it out.
That's why I go hard the way I go hard. Because I walked in the gangs with some mother's sons.
Right.
Some of them was my friends and now no longer with us. Some of them is doing life in the penitentiary. Some of the mothers is here. Read.
For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces.
But guess who's responsible for the mentality of these young boys? Everybody from Steer Street, everybody from Panky Way, everybody from the 7600 block, C-City. All of you are responsible for that.
That's right.
And then you act sad when a child's shot. And then you go and turn around and sell a 20 or a dime or a nickel to your brother and sister and kill them with chemical warfare. That's hypocrisy. If you care, you do things that change your community.
Right. Right.
Now, those who are serious about changing, I commend them. I don't even have an issue with anybody that's seriously trying to change their community.
Right.
But what I do have an issue with is when you will not listen to solutions. You think you got it all down pat. And there's still gangs. Still poverty. Still poverty. Read it again.
For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces to cut off the children from without.
What's intended target is death? What's death's intended target? What is death's intended target? Our babies. Death is marking your children.
Right.
It's following your children.
Right.
You understand? That's why what we're doing is so important. But guess what? A lot of y'all was alive when Malcolm X was assassinated. You didn't agree with his methods. You probably would have pulled the trigger yourself. But then you celebrate him now that he's dead because you're a hypocrite.
That's right.
You're a hypocrite. Oh man, we should bring back the 60s when the Panthers was out. When the Nation of Islam had the power. We're here right now. What you doing? You ain't trying to join with us. You'll join with the white man. You know why? Because you're a chocolate-covered Edomite.
That's right.
Y'all talk about revolution and organizing. You never once came and knocked on our door. You never once called us on the phone. But how you got Becky's phone number? How you got Samantha's phone number?
Right.
How come Samantha and them's able to converge on your community where the drugs is at the drop of a dime because you call them? You don't realize how much of hypocrisy that is with you, black man, black woman. You devils at heart. You ain't for the benefit of the community.
Right.
You ain't in the benefit of the community.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.